Hi, I'm Michelle. A random meeting in the street with my fabulous friendly neighbour Liz resulted in the creation of this podcast. Finding ourselves at the same stage of life, we've got to know each other over cups of tea and maybe something stronger on my sofa. With 7 kids and stepkids between us, we've been around the block a bit and are now redefining ourselves in midlife as empty nesters. Join us on the sofa for a chat. There's always room for one more.
Hi, it's Liz.
And Michelle. Welcome back. We've had a lovely break, but we're so thrilled to be back with our podcast.
Well, we are. I've started taking my vitamins again.
Which vitamins do you take then?
Like all those supplements, the whole lot, because I stopped doing it, and I do feel it does make a difference. I didn't really believe that it was important to take vitamins, but I realise at my age,
Yeah.
50s,
50s, yeah.
quite a few E's. Yeah, I do realise you need to take a supplement.
Do you take probiotics as well?
No, I got bored with those.
I tried doing it.
Yeah.
You've got to be careful. If you take too many, it makes you a little bit gassy.
A little bit windy.
A little bit windy.
Yeah. No, I did have. I have got some, but they are very good for hangovers, though.
Probiotics?
Yeah, you should take 2 of those before you go out. In fact, brilliant.
Because you wouldn't remember on the way back.
Have I not given this advice before?
No.
Oh no, definitely. Yeah, very good. I gave them to the kids when they went to university.
Really?
Yeah.
So what, like 2
You take two-
probiotic gummies?
Brilliant, and they stop hangovers. Well, they stop
Wow.
your tummy. Stop you being sick.
Oh my gosh, good tip.
Yeah, but
I think I know a couple of people in my family who might benefit from that tip. Read some good books over the summer as well. I was able to spend a bit more time doing that, which was really good. In fact, I got so much into this book I was reading. I was in a nail salon getting a pedicure. And they park you under those like little hair dryers on your feet at the end.
You read your book when you have your nails done.
Well, not my fingernails.
Oh, that's right. I think that's really rude. It's like,
No.
got your book perched on the side, reading it.
I was having a pedicure,
Oh,
so
okay.
I was reading, and then so they moved me off to the little foot hair dryer place, whatever you call it. So I was reading and reading. It was such a good book. 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I don't know if anybody's read that, but I can so see it as a film soon. It's really, really good. Anyway, I was so into it. So I got to the pedicure place about 4:00. I was reading my book, and then suddenly this lady comes along. She says, "I'm really sorry, but I'm going to have to ask you to leave now." I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" She said, "I've got to close the salon." And I look around me. There's not a soul. Everybody is gone.
It wasn't 8:00 or something. Was
No,
it?
I mean, it was like, normal 5 to 5:30
Even
time.
then.
But I didn't even notice everybody leaving.
Sign of a good book.
It was a really good book. Anyway, so I enjoyed that one.
And your nails were good.
Yeah, I got my hot pink nails to match my hot pink body when I play tennis. And I don't mean hot in the really appreciative way, more as in the horrible sweaty way.
So I did tell you that I actually went onto my, Fitbit scales, and I've gone down a year.
That's good. So just 72 now.
Fantastic. Close. I was so pleased though. Honestly, I've been
really
waiting to go
good.
down a year. I'm still not my own age though.
Oh,
That's really worrying.
That is really good. Well done.
Yeah, thank you. That's an achievement in my life.
No, that's terrific.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what age you've
Should
come out
be.
as. Yeah, I don't know. Do you know what I
Let's
do know
look at
what
when I
you
get
are.
to my own age, I'll tell you.
Okay, we'll have a party.
Yeah.
My husband's gone on a diet. How annoying is this that in 1 week he lost 8 pounds?
But men are good at that.
It's just so
It's
irritating.
really, really annoying.
And I don't know why I'm not getting any benefit by supporting him on this diet.
But I do think that is men and women, the whole body makeup or whatever.
And
Men-
metabolism, perhaps.
Yeah, men. Maybe he's got more weight to lose than you.
Maybe, but even so, I mean, 8 pounds is really
That
good.
is.
I'm really proud of him for sticking
Yeah,
to
good
it
for
as well.
him.
And he's not drinking, which is, well, except at
Positive.
weekends, which I think that's strides forward as well.
Yeah,
that's
that is
really
good.
good. I'm trying intermittent fasting.
That's a new one.
Yeah, this week. This week, listeners,
Michelle.
I'm trying intermittent fasting.
Next week,
I'll be on something different.
to be on the full fat diet.
Yeah. But, so I'm supposed to just do this 8-hour eating window.
Not the chocolate orange window.
Oh, yeah. So, okay,
What-
thank
what
you for
did you
that. Thank you. So I made a start on my Christmas shopping. my mother will go mad if she hears this. Like, who starts their Christmas shopping literally about 4 months early? There was a good offer.
I was going to say, if there's a deal, especially now, I think we should be buying stuff early.
No, you're absolutely right. There was a deal. It was like 3 chocolate oranges for 2. So I've got 3 kids, got 3 chocolate oranges. Now I've only got 2 chocolate oranges because one fell down my throat. Anyway, that was I was really quite proud of myself to start on the old Christmas shopping. That's the only thing
It's fatal though to buy chocolate and leave it. You know, it's even if you hide it away, unless you put it into like a safe and forget the key or whatever. You know, you're gonna
dig into that.
Yeah.
But actually, that is I must put that on my to-do list.
What, buy another chocolate orange?
Well, yeah, because otherwise someone's shortchanged on Christmas Day, aren't they?
I went to a few parties over the summer.
Oh, good,
Yes. But I did have, it was a dinner party I went to and had a bit of a disaster.
I love a good dinner party disaster. Did you get blue soup? That's very Bridget Jones.
Yeah, no. But we got invited to this dinner party, and as you know, I've had my hair cut, and it's quite short, but it sticks out a bit on the side this time. So I need to sort of squidge it down, not just with gel, but with hairspray. Style it, that's it, yeah.
Not squidge it down.
That's right, I'm not making it, you know. So we're in a bit of a rush. So I just grabbed this spray on the side on my dressing table, sprayed it, went out, no problem. And I'm sort of sitting there this evening going, sniff, sniff. God, it smells of moths, or moth killer. And then I realised I'd sprayed my hair with moth killer rather than hairspray.
You didn't.
Yeah.
That's
it's actually quite good for keeping the hair down. I can tell you that. But it's sort of a lavendy, sort of musty smell.
Oh, you're kidding.
But nobody, everyone else was too polite or didn't say anything.
I'm sorry, I'm not getting... How on earth could you mix up your hairspray and the moth killer? You don't keep them both on your dressing table,
I do, yeah. I've got like 3 or 4 hairsprays, different sizes, and it's like a lavender colour.
Aerosol,
yeah, and it's lavender colour, you know, it's purple, and it would, you know, you just pick it up quickly.
Well, I've done the opposite. I have done hairspray in my armpits before.
Yeah, I've done that too, yeah.
Well, talking of self-care, so I had a massage because my latest hurty bit is my, like, the top of my back, and it turns out it's my trapezius. Didn't even know I had a trapezius. Sounds like I'm a bit of a circus performer, but sadly not. Anyway, so I was having this deep tissue massage, and I'm lying there with my face in that, like, spongy hole. And instead of sort of relaxing a little bit and leaning into it and enjoying it, I'm thinking to myself, if anybody took a photo of my face right now, I'm going to look like Munch's The Scream. So I'm kind of coiled up in this absolutely agonising facial expression. And then it got me thinking, like, when influencers go out and they're taking pictures of everything, and they're taking pictures of themselves when they're like, I don't know, at the dentist getting a tooth extracted, or, you know, they're having their face dermaplaned, or
injections going into it.
How do they do that? Anyway, it just got me thinking just how it's not a pretty picture, is it, when you have a massage?
No. Well, you're not looking at yourself, so it's all right. I always feel sorry for people actually giving me a massage.
Oh, and then I was like, what is this about? So you get your face ready at night, and you know, you take off your makeup, and you maybe put a serum on, and you're looking, you know, relatively human, relatively just clean faced. You wake up in the morning and you've got a chin hair that is so long it could have its own Instagram account. What? It's like Jack and the Beanstalk.
Where do
overnight.
they come from? I agree. They do just appear. And then with my eyesight, I don't always see them.
Oh, that's the worst thing, isn't it? If you're, you know, if you're away from home and you haven't got your normal mirror.
Yeah, and you're in a hotel and you think, oh, I look fine.
Yeah, you go out and your eyebrows end up like Magnus Magnuson.
And you've got a beard.
So I'm going to make my children promise that when I'm old and I go into a home and I can't see very well, that they will come and pluck my chin hairs out.
They won't.
I hope they do.
Oh, dear. God, that is so true.
Yeah, so how are you doing on the old self-care? Are you looking after yourself?
Trying, but it's this neck, my turkey neck.
You haven't got a turkey neck.
I have. It's coming along nicely. I'm basting it.
Oh my God, sorry if anybody's ears just
I
burst.
don't know if
them.
anyone else. It's always been there, my neck, obviously, but it's just getting more turkey-fied. It's getting sort of. You're younger, so you haven't
gone there yet.
Oh no, along with the wrinkles on my.
I've just got the extra chin.
Well, then the extra chin then turns into sort of a turkey.
Oh, it does.
You know, the turkey's got that extra bit hanging down.
Yeah, it's called a waddle, isn't it?
Oh, so I've got a nice waddle.
Don't you remember that old? Oh gosh, there was the Law series. Did you ever see it with I'm gonna have to look it up. The one that she's married to a really Callista Flockhart.
Oh, in she's married to Harrison Ford, isn't she?
Yeah, that's
in real
right.
Life, but I don't know
and she was in that. Oh God, what was that Law series that she was in? Ally McBeal.
Yeah.
And in fact, I've heard that's coming back. But one of the characters in there, I remember distinctly that one of the lawyers from that series, his what would you call it? Like the thing that really makes him find a woman attractive is her waddle.
Oh God, I'm in. I've got no problem there.
You go straight to the top of the charts.
But no, so I want to get rid of my waddle.
Okay. Well, talking about skin and stuff, you and I were talking before about using collagen because you know that I started using that in January.
And she looks good.
Actually, wrinkles-wise, I can't moan that much.
No.
I've got a really big muffin kind of wrinkle over my belt, but but wrinkles-wise, I'm not doing too bad. And I definitely think that when I started taking collagen in January before I had surgery, hello hip again, we should make people take a shot every time I mention my hip.
Is she called Hattie, your hip?
Hillary, I thought.
Hillary hip.
I thought Hillary would be appropriate. Anyway, so yeah, I took collagen, but we were talking about this before. You're not really sure about the benefits of...
I don't really know what collagen is.
But, there's so much white noise coming at us. There's collagen and supplements and vitamins and, there's such a lot of information coming at us from different places that sometimes it's not bad to just take a moment and, filter it down and work out what it is. So Jenni Falconer is the co-founder of Kollo Health. So most people will know her as a British TV presenter, radio presenter. She's on Smooth FM and she does the breakfast show on that. And she's also crazy mad about running.
And golf.
Yeah. She's got a great podcast, actually, if you like running, called RunPod. But anyway, let's ask her if she'll tell us a little bit more about what collagen actually is. So no doubt you will have heard the lovely Scottish lilt of our guest today on travel shows, national radio, and reporting on entertainment, sports and reality programmes. Currently the host of Smooth FM's breakfast show, Jenni Falconer is in demand to host events and is the presenter and passionate founder of the incredibly popular podcast RunPod, where she chats to special guests who share her love of running. Among her fascinating guests, she's talked to Joe Wicks, Sir Mo Farah, Dr. Rangan Chatterjee, Steve Cram, and Colin Jackson. And it's hard to know how she juggles her busy life with 4 a.m. starts, a weekly podcast, looking after her 11-year-old daughter, and running Kollo Health with her husband James, which is now the UK's #1 collagen supplement. So tell us, Jenni, how on earth do you do it all?
I mean, I literally, it sounds like I do quite a lot there. I don't know. Well, the thing is, do you know what the frustrating thing is? I do all that, but ultimately, every day my aim is to at least get a run in or get a round of golf in. And so as long as I can do, that's my motivation. So I have all this other stuff to do. And the reason I have to get it done and get it done as efficiently as possible is because I want to make time for the stuff I really love doing, my hobbies, my passion, which is running and is golf as well. So I fit it all in just because I need to do the other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you sound so genuinely passionate in your RunPod podcasts. And all the social media posts. I watch you, and you're sweating. You're real about it. You record right after a 6-mile run or a 10-mile run or whatever it is. And I really love the way that you're so authentic with it, and your passion for the sport really shines through. To be honest.
Oh, thank you for that. Do you know what? I was actually talking to someone the other day and they said, why do you put so many selfies? And I went, I know, I hate it. But I'm on my own pretty much all day. And if I want to talk to someone or put a photo up, it's only me that gets to take the photo. And, I'm running, I'm not carrying like tripods and, I'm not setting things up like that. So yeah, that's why everything's always a sweaty selfie, just because, I don't have a photographer running with me.
That's honest, though, isn't it?
I think that's more
what's
real.
nice,
I think people can relate to that because most of us are sweaty, hot messes most
I
of
know,
the
that's
time.
right. It's always, I'd love to be that person that can go for a run and still come back with like full perfect makeup and no need to wash their hair and restyle it. But alas, that is certainly not me.
Yeah, I play tennis and I've always wanted to be Maria Sharapova, not for the tennis.
Not for the
just
grunting
because-
noises.
Yeah, just because she always looks perfect after every match. But yeah, that was quite a long time ago. Now, talking about a long time ago, you reported from Australia on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here quite a few
I did a
years
few
ago.
times. I did it a few times actually. Yeah, it was great. It's like I went to Australia for pretty much a month just to report on the show. And have you been to Australia?
Yes, yeah.
Their lifestyle there is entirely different to here. And well, it's probably because their climate is so much more, agreeable, I guess. The weather that we are having right now in, the height of summer where it's beautiful and longer days and sunnier days gives you more opportunity to do so much more. And in Australia, don't you love it? How that's their life. They're all up at 5, power walking or running. Yeah. Their lunch hours are spent on the beach because they're all living in close proximity to the beach, really. I mean, the majority of people are. And then they don't really stay up late. It just feels like such a lovely, healthy lifestyle.
It is healthy, isn't it? And just laid back, just like really easygoing.
Yeah. And they do go to bed much earlier. That shocked me when I first went there. They were all in bed by 9. I was like, oh.
Do you know, when I first arrived in Australia, and I mean, I've always been into health and fitness and sport, and I'm not the master of any of them, but I'm a bit of a jack of all trades, right? I just love it. I love the way it makes me feel. And I flew into Australia for the very first time, and I was working on I'm a Celebrity. I remember putting the TV on the day I've arrived, and there was an octogenarian triathlon on the television. Now, first of all, the fact that there's a triathlon on the television in the height of the afternoon was quite amazing, because here it would be shunned to first thing in the morning. I know I've worked on many of them over here. But the fact as well that it was only for octogenarians is just insane. I mean, the London Marathon, there may be a couple of people over 80 that take part every year, out of 50,000. But to have a whole triathlon for 80 plus was amazing, isn't it, really?
That is amazing. So if you love Australia that much, would you be inclined to go into the jungle? Any thoughts of joining I'm a Celebrity or the ballroom? I could see you on either.
I will not deny the fact I would absolutely love to do Strictly Come Dancing. I mean, I can't dance. I've absolutely no rhythm whatsoever, but that I think would be lovely. And
but that's the journey, isn't it? That's the best competitors, the ones who really can't dance. That would be fun to see.
But I think that they have their pick of the crop, you see, and every year they love a really wide mix, and they like people with stories and journeys, and so who knows? Maybe one day they'll ask me, but
let's hope so. But can I ask you then, how did you get involved though in Kollo Health?
As someone who loves exercise and loves running, I ran my first marathon 2009, ages ago now. And I've been running for a long time. And I was working on This Morning at the time. And one of the doctors there went, I hope you're taking your supplements. And I was like, what? What do you mean? And I instantly, for me, a supplement at the time was like vitamin C. Like that was it. I didn't really think. And he said, if you are going to be running this month, you really need to protect all your joints. You need to start taking, he said a few things, and one of them was collagen. And so I did start taking collagen, and actually I did notice a difference, because I had quite I did used to get quite bad spots when I was younger, in my actually early 30s or late 20s probably, bad spots. But by the time I got to 30, the spots had all gone, and even makeup artists were going, your skin's really good. And I do credit it with the collagen. And so I've just always taken it because collagen is a great supplement to help support your joints and your bones and to protect your cartilage. And if you're pounding the pavement as much as I am, running all the time, then it's important to look after these elements. And then it was just one day, my husband and our friend Tash just said, I don't know why you don't do your own brand of collagen. And really, I'd never thought about it. I just thought about buying other people's. Never thought about doing our own one, because you don't, do you? If you like a shampoo, it doesn't mean you're going to go and make one, does it? So I just didn't think there was any, why would we? But we actually looked into it and we were like, this would be a really good learning curve, because collagen is so good for you. And also, I'm 46. I am getting to an age where things are going to be changing in my body. And I know that it's really good for people that are going through perimenopause, menopause and beyond. And by the way, men who are getting older as well can really benefit from taking collagen. We all now want to look good, feel good. And there's so many benefits to taking collagen supplements. We went, let's do it. we didn't know how easy it would be. We spent about a year developing this product and we launched it April 2020. And since then, actually, we've still been evolving this product to make it the best that can be on the market. So we now have 10 grams of premium liquid marine collagen in every sachet. Now, if you're listening to this and you're like, I have no idea what on earth she is talking about, because
Well,
it's not everyone does.
I'll be absolutely honest. I don't even know what collagen is.
Let me tell you then. Okay. As we get older, the collagen
me,
in your
yeah.
body starts going. Okay. So, especially during menopause, by the way, but the levels of collagen in your body start depleting from the age of 25. Now, collagen is what kind of knits your skin together. So from the age of 25, collagen starts going. And if you look at photos of yourself pre-25, you probably look totally fresh-faced and youthful. After 25, occasionally some creases start developing on the skin. Maybe even cellulite starts getting bad. You know, there's lots of little things, aches when you sit up and down from sitting in the car for hours. Then you get out of the car, you'd be like, oh, my hips hurt. Okay.
This morning.
This is why you need collagen. Okay. By the time you reach 50, your collagen production has halved. Okay. So taking a collagen supplement plays a huge part in healthy aging and also staying ahead of the menopause. Okay. So if you take it, and there's no precise age to start, however, I would say, you know, from the age of 25, you should be considering it, then it's a great supplement. Now, why can't you get it from food? Well, because it's the marine collagen that we use, which is a really superior collagen. It's the closest to the human collagen. So that's why we went for it. We also do it in liquid form. So it's really well absorbed. You can get easy powder bovine, they are. I don't eat meat, so for me, marine
That was the
absolutely
question
made
I was
more
going to
sense
ask.
as well.
What happens if you're vegetarian?
Well, vegetarian, there is no vegetarian
'cause
collagen
there
because
wouldn't be.
collagen comes from bones and skin. So if you want, there are other supplements that say they're vegan. There is actually no vegan collagen because collagen comes from, it's a derivative of animals and fish. So if you don't eat meat like me, I mean, I eat a chicken occasionally, but if you don't eat red meat, then marine's great. Also, marine is a superior collagen anyway. So that's the one I would go to. You'd have to have a lot of fish and chicken and egg whites and boil broth for hours and hours and hours and then consume tons of it to get the same amount of collagen as is in the sachets that we provide. It does come from fish though. So, but it doesn't taste fishy. This is the next thing as well.
No, it actually doesn't.
You love it, don't you?
I love
Yeah.
it, and it just tastes sort of fruity.
Well, we spent ages developing the taste because there are some collagen supplements which do brilliantly, but the taste isn't, it's not the way I would want a supplement to taste.
Well,
So I'm going to take
you
a
get that
supplement.
aftertaste, don't you? Sometimes you take cod liver oil or something.
Yeah.
You get the sort of a repeat of fish later
But you know,
on.
I think if you're going to take I remember years ago trying matcha. I persevered for about a month and I was like, it's disgusting. I can't. I literally couldn't do it anymore.
No.
And it put me off. I knew it was good for you in some way. It made you wake up. But I was like, I literally can't do it. So we wanted to make sure we had a supplement that you wanted to take because you liked it. So that's what we basically did. So
My
that is
husband now
what.
takes it actually, and I slip. After I saw you post on Instagram that you could just like chug it back straight from the packet, I've always mixed it with water and stuff. Now, because he's trying to look after his health and weight, and he's got a lot of joint pain, I just pop it in his packed lunchbox.
Yep. Do you know
Like
that's
a good
that's the
mummy.
most amazing thing though. But that's what's great. You can also it's really easy to take, but also you just know it's good for you as well. A lot of men take it, and also because we are Informed Sport approved, it means that pro athletes take it as well. So that was quite exciting when we got that kind of like official seal of approval.
Yeah.
So if pro athletes take it, runners and rugby players and tennis players, then you know it's all right for all of us who aren't pro athletes as well. So, you know, because they only take the best of the best. But you know what? We have got clinical studies on our website. So if you're like, yeah, whatever, you're just saying all this. Well, actually, we put all the studies out. We totally transparent so you can see everything.
I love that about your website. It's so very clear. In fact, I don't know how I came across you, but I started taking Kollo in January, right before I had a hip replacement, because I wanted to sort of get myself ready for surgery. And no one can actually believe how well I've...
Oh, it was incredible. She was only 3 months. You're on the
Sprung back.
Yeah, I was signed off from the consultant after 3 months, and I'm back to playing tennis 2-3 times a week already. And that's
wow.
5.5 months later. So
Gosh, that's amazing.
No, I honestly do think it really helped me.
Well, it does. I mean, it's really good at helping, especially with joint pain and joint ache, and especially as well when you at a certain age, we all kind of get lower levels of estrogen as well, and then that also boosts joint ache. And so anyone can kind of experience this, as you just know that. But the high dosage of collagen every day has helped many women with low joint ache. Also helps men and women who are wanting leaner muscle mass. So I mean, it is hard to stay lean. It is hard to lose weight. And weight gain, obviously, is not something you want because it can lead to diabetes and cardiovascular disease and everything. But actually, a study showing people that use collagen as a supplement, it can actually help kind of keep your weight the same as well. So it's good from that point of view.
I love that.
Liz will be on the.
I'm starting
She'll
to
be on the website after this.
Yes, straight in there as well. No, it's good also, which I'm excited because it's really good. A lot of men take it. In America, collagen is huge with men because they want it to help thicken their hair. It's massive.
Oh, really?
Massive in both men, yeah. And interestingly, it can also ease off. This is what I literally didn't know until about a year ago. It can actually slow the graying process as well, because obviously when you lose the collagen in your body, then also your hair starts thinning and no one wants that. But also because the collagen has really good antioxidant properties, it has the potential to kind of reduce the stress which causes the graying.
Gosh, that's amazing.
I know.
Amazing.
I'm not saying it's going to stop it altogether, unfortunately.
No. But I looked up on your website, being midlifers and menopausal and stuff.
And past it.
And past
That's
it.
not past my menopause.
No.
I do.
Oh!
Not past it, literally.
You're past it. You're not past it.
Through it.
But I see that it reduces cellulite. Is that right?
Well, yeah, it's actually quite a handy little property to know. But it's true, isn't it? When you suddenly, it's in a photo, you see a photo, you're like, what the hell? And thank God we can go, no, take another one now and you can change your position. But once you see cellulite, you're aware of it the whole time, aren't you?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, cellulite also comes across because of the dramatic decline in collagen. I mean, literally getting old sucks. Let's be perfectly honest with this. There's nothing good about it. So there was a study done a few years ago which showed that, there were like 100 women and they were all, half of them were given collagen, half of them weren't. And actually, what was amazing, the women taking the collagen had a substantial decrease in the appearance of the cellulite on their thighs. So there you go. There's another clinical study that's been done. Taking a high quality collagen can help keep that cellulite at bay. As we all take like 10 sachets a day.
I know. I'll just be overdosing on it.
But here's the funniest thing of all. I gave the collagen to one of my friends, a golfer, and he was having really sore. He had like a kind of lower back problem and it led up to his shoulder. And I was like, you need some Kollo. And so I gave it to him and he's been taking it for like 2 months. And I said, how are you getting on? He goes, I like it. But it's really sticky. And I was like, what? What do you mean?
Oh, no.
He's been putting it on his face. I'm like, no, you ingest it. It even says that on the sachet and on the box, which just goes to show that men do not read instructions ever.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
You sure that's not James is doing that? He's putting it
in a sandwich or something.
So funny.
Well, then he'd get it.
He's
That would be
doing
all
it.
right. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Well, okay. The other thing I saw, gut health.
Gut health. It is really good for gut health. I mean, the fact is it's got vitamins in there as well. Vitamin C. It's got 100% your RDA of vitamin C, B1, B5, B6 and B12. So, I mean, it's got everything you need in there. But yes, it is good for gut health. And this is the other thing that we're all obsessed with, isn't it? There's a whole multi-million-pound business of little yogurt drinks and, all these things out there. But yeah, if you have a collagen supplement, well, it can really help because low collagen levels and high stress disturb your gut function, basically. And also then that leads to your weight gain and all the rest of it. So if you take a good collagen supplement, you'll get the benefits, which will kind of help improve the gut, which is the gut. They call it the gut flora. That's why all these probiotics go. I mean, it's all lingo that's all quite new to me because when you launch something like this, you have to learn all these fancy terms. Okay, but gut flora that you get from a probiotic, you get that when you have a boost of collagen. So therefore, it has like a lovely healing process in the gut.
All right, now I don't want to be rude here,
Okay.
but you are a ridiculously good advert for your own product.
Oh.
Can you honestly tell us that you don't use a filter on like Instagram and stuff?
Oh, of course I use
Because-
filters sometimes.
Oh, you do?
Who
Oh my
doesn't?
God.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
looking at you now.
But not always. I tell you what, not always I do. But sometimes I do. I mean, I work in a studio that has got purple lighting.
Oh,
and if I
yes.
put it on that, I just look brown. I mean, I look like a dirty, browny, purpley mauve colour. And you're like, well, that's really not the colour I was going for today. So yes, in the studio I use a filter because it gives me a boosted light.
That's fair.
But yes, so I do then on that occasion. But I don't use, I don't use like one of those crazy ones that gives you big lips and amazing eyebrows or anything like
Right.
that. No.
And actually, I met you in person at the podcast show just briefly, and
We
clearly
did
you
meet.
weren't using a filter then.
Wasn't. I wish we could all go around with real life
Yeah,
filters.
wouldn't
That would be nice.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I know it's unfortunate as well because when you go out and about and you meet people, if you ever have a photo with someone, you can't filter that photo on their camera either. So yeah, I think we all have to accept the fact that real life. My husband always goes. I always go, is that a photo of me? Don't put that up. And he's like, that's what you look like though. And I'm like, oh, that's true. That's true. And he goes, just deal with it. That's what
Well,
you
I
look
think that's
like.
a bit more honest, actually.
Yeah.
So going on from talking about collagen, you're currently training for a marathon, aren't you?
Yes.
And it's not your first. How do you stay motivated to run a whole marathon?
Well, I mean, this ask me on October the 3rd, the day after. We'll answer it then. This will be my 9th London Marathon. I've always wanted to do 10, and I would have done 10 by now had I not got injured previously or got pregnant previously. So those are the reasons I've pulled out in prior marathons. The marathon. Have you run a marathon, either of you?
No.
I've eaten a marathon.
Yeah.
Well, look, Marathon Day is the greatest day of the year. I know it sounds ridiculous. It's a horrific journey in the lead up because, okay, the first couple of months of training are fine. The training as you get closer is horrific. You have to go out and do like 20-mile runs. And to be quite honest, nobody enjoys doing those training runs. However, you spend 4 months working up to it. You get there, you're stressed, it's nerve-wracking, it's horrific. You don't know what the weather's going to be like. It could be boiling, it could be freezing. You have no idea. But you're in a race with an amazing group of people who are all runners. There's some like you who are nervous. There's others that are brilliant. There's some that have never done it before. There's people that, quite frankly, have never run for the bus until recently, and they're trying this. And together, you all take on this incredible course that, by the way, up the front, you've got Mo Farah. So you're running the same race as these athletes. For one day, you feel like you're a little athlete. And people cheer you at the side of the road because you've got your name on your top. You've got water, you've got toilets. It's possibly the easiest time to do a marathon because it's all laid out for you. It's challenging. It's hard. Nobody's going to say it's easy. And you cross that finish line. And every time I cross that finish line, I go, you will never see me again. Never doing this again. Then within an hour, I'm like, oh my God, that was amazing. I've got my medal. And as time goes on, I think it's like childbirth. You forget how horrific it is, and you just go, oh, look at the end result. And yeah, it's the greatest day. And I've had 8 greatest days, and I'm coming back from my 9th. It's just, that's it.
So is that what inspired you to launch the RunPod podcast? Is it because you're running and getting other people to get out and about and do it?
Yeah, well, I told you that the training runs are kind of hard work. And so I was doing all these training runs last time I did the marathon, and I was listening to loads of podcasts because podcasts they'd been a thing for a while, but I'd really only got into them maybe about 4 years ago or so. And I was listening to loads of podcasts, and there were good podcasts, but there was nothing that, I'm running along and I'm like, I've got to run 20 miles today. And there's not one podcast I want to listen to the end to. Not one podcast is keeping me focused. Not one podcast is interesting enough to make me forget about the fact I'm running. So I thought what we need is a podcast about running.
Yeah.
Which is just a podcast where we talk about how good it is to keep running. So at the moment when you're thinking of stopping, I'll go, so why do you love running? And the person will go, I love running because it's so good. Blah, blah. And then if you're running, you'll be like, no, that's true. I'm going to keep running. So that was the motivation behind it. And judging by the feedback, which has been lovely, that's what we've achieved. And it's been going a while now. I've had over 6 million downloads. Well, do you know what? I mean, that's nothing compared to some of the podcasts out there. But when I decided I wanted to do a podcast about running, they said to me, and they being the powers that be, it's quite niche. And I went, well, yeah, it is. They went, aren't many runners. And I disagree. There's like 12 million runners at least in Britain. And by the way, that doesn't mean they're all Olympic athletes, but there's, a lot of people that go out and give it a go. And there's a lot of people that need motivating. And I'm not claiming to be a brilliant runner, and I'm not claiming to know everything about running. I just love it. And I think that more people should try it.
How would we get, from sitting on our sofa here to actually, I wouldn't say running a full marathon, maybe a half a marathon.
But just starting, because I do worry that, our joints are a bit past it. So obviously we take the collagen first and then
listen to the
But how would you advise people to just get started off?
I'm going to give you an example. So my dad's always going to be, oh, are you injured? Maybe you should stop running. And I'm like, actually, it is a bit of a myth that pounding the pavements is really detrimental to your hips and joints. I think there's lots of things that are detrimental to your hips and joints. But keeping active, keeping the blood pumping, keeping the muscles working, going to the gym, they're actually all really good for you. So the minute you can do this and get your heart health and your blood pumping, kind of like give that a boost, well, you're on to a winner, certainly. Also, if you don't run and you don't do, you play tennis, the cardio fitness you'll get from that. Once you get that buzz, when you finish, you feel blooming good. And so a run, you don't even have to go far. You can go 20 minutes jogging, walking, even fast walking. You will feel the buzz. Now, I give you an example. My next door neighbor, his dad is a park run regular around the corner. He always drives up to where we are, and we all do park run. When I'm not working, I go and join them. He did the marathon this year. He's 78. He took up running 10 years ago, right?
Let's hope,
Oh my God.
Took up running 10 years ago, and he did it brilliantly. Sub 5 hours, really good. Loves it. Loves running. Running is part of his life. He's got a whole community of friends. When we go to park run, he's got like fellow, there's a couple of people he was at school with, bizarrely, they're in the same park run. But also, he's got this like little competitive group. They're all the same age and they're all trying to outrun each other. It's hilarious. But the fact is that I don't think it is ever too late. Only thing that differs is the way you approach it. So if you've never run before, then start by walking. We can all walk. And then you just had to pick up the speed. Now, what you could do is, and I always think it's I had to do this actually after having a baby. I had to go back to starting. It was so frustrating because I remembered that, a year earlier, I was a whiz at running, but you just have to do a walk-run combo. So walk for a bit, then try jogging. And then eventually that 2-minute walking, 30-second jogging will have reversed. And you'll be doing 30-second walking, 2 minutes jogging. And then ultimately you want to build to kind of no walking. There's obviously apps like Couch to 5K, but you can you can just build up. You don't necessarily need to do the app. It's quite good though if you do the app and you do it with friends and you all go, right, this week we're going to do this app. And you don't even have to do it together. You can just all kind of have a little group, a WhatsApp group, and you all have to egg each other on. It's a really great thing to do. If you can do it together, brilliant. But you don't have to be, physically with each other to do it. But I think having running buddies that you can bounce off and challenge each other is a great way to start. And then obviously when you're out there, if you needed something to listen to, well, you could listen to RunPod, the run club of the podcast world. All runners are welcome. And yeah, that's it. Off you go. In fact, I did my own version of Couch to 5K. It was called the RunPod 5K Challenge. And there's a trainer called Faisal, Mr. PMA, Mr. Positive Mental Attitude. And he and I did it. And there are RunPod episodes. If you go into the RunPod episodes, you'll find them. And there's about 12 episodes and it takes you from 0 to 5K. So there's something else you can try as well.
You should do that for a challenge. Yeah.
All right. So when you're not hosting a breakfast show or event or running marathons or juggling the demands of a business and family, you love relaxing with golf.
Oh my goodness. Well, I know that you like golf.
Well, Liz likes golf. I would like to like golf, but my golf clubs are still in bubble wrap because I was rehabbing for a while.
Oh my goodness.
As you said, you kind of do your day job just so you can get to go for a run or go and play golf afterwards.
It must be nice to just be able to play golf and run full time. I sometimes hear people that do that and I'm like, oh, what a great life you lead.
I think it's called retirement.
Oh my goodness. I used to work on a radio show. I had to get up at 2. I was on air at 4 and I finished at 6:30. So brilliant because it meant that I had the rest of the day. So sometimes I go and work on Lorraine or This Morning. Sometimes I do other jobs, but sometimes I do absolutely nothing. Okay, so it's kind of like a retired lifestyle, I suppose. So I was like, right, well, what shall I do? And it got to the point where I'd been like that for a few years. And I did every now and again have a day off. I'm not someone that wants to go home and have a nap. Everyone thinks that if you get up early, you go home and have a nap. I'm like, no, I want to take advantage of the day. So I would run home from work, get home, quick shower, and then I go and play golf. And I took up golf, well, it'll be 4 years at the end of this year. And it's just become the thing I do. I absolutely love it. And I've met so many people. I've got a whole new group of friends. Like, I honestly can't believe how many new friends I've got through golf of all ages as well. So of all ages, of all jobs. In fact, what they do and how old they are, whether I'm younger, older, whether they're, male or female, it's totally irrelevant. The fact is, we go and play golf, and it's just amazing. And we play at different clubs because obviously I'm a member somewhere, they're members. So we all go and play each other's clubs, and just adds a bit of variety. And it's just the best afternoon out. 4 hours, sometimes obviously more, depending on how you play. And it's just hot or cold weather, summer or winter. I don't even care playing in rain, to be honest. I love it that much. Well, I know I don't really like it if it's icy cold and blowing a gale. Wind is hideous. Wind is hideous. But yeah, just get out there. 4 hours fresh air. It wakes you up, certainly. Gets you doing your steps. You chat to people. You get to concentrate on something. You put your phone away. You switch off your email. It really annoys like my agent. She's like, "Where are you? Have all these. Where are you? Where are you?" And I'm like, 5 hours later. Sorry, I've been playing golf. I now don't even say that. I just say, "Oh, sorry, I've been really busy today."
Oh, gosh. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Do you have any words of wisdom to midlifers? What would you suggest to enjoy your midlife to its optimum?
Do you know what? I don't even, it's so weird. I mean, I know I'm a midlifer too. I don't even think I am. I genuinely still think I'm 25. And this is a problem every now and again when I realize that, no, I'm definitely older than everyone else.
We actually had to look up your age because Liz said, what she's like, she's late 30s, early 40s. I said, no, she's not though.
Oh, I love you. I love you. Yeah, 46. I think, look, you can act as old as you want to be. You don't have to act your age, certainly. You can act more mature, you can act more younger if you so prefer. I think just enjoy it. Do you know what? We're at a stage where we know what's right and wrong. And we've learned a lot through making massive mistakes. Well, maybe that's just me. I mean, I've made loads of mistakes on television and on the radio. I'll never do those again. But, you learn through them. And therefore, you feel that you are a little bit wiser. I'm still learning loads. And there's a lot of new stuff, actually, that I need to learn. Obviously, we're all still getting to grips with things that my 10-year-old knows more than me about. We're still learning, but we also are a little wiser. And just use that to your advantage. Enjoy life. Don't regret anything, because everything that you've done in the past is only going to take you to your next place. Be active. I would say be active. Look after your health. Enjoy your life as well, though. Don't rule things out. Don't cut out the things you love because you think they're bad for you. Make sure you have a bit of everything. And obviously, make sure you start taking collagen because it's going to help. And I've got a code for you. I've got a code. I want to give you this. So if anyone hasn't tried Kollo, and it's Kollo, Kollo, and if you want any information, you can just go to kollohealth.com. And we're also at Kollo Health on social media. But I would like to say that if you haven't tried it, I'd like to give you your first month, because you take it daily. And the boxes are 14 sachets in a box. So a month's supply for £35. So essentially it's a kind of buy one, get one free spin. So, and the code will be TWC35.
TWC35.
Yes.
Fantastic.
My best friend, she works on it. My next door neighbour designed the packaging. She won awards for it. The neighbour the next side, she does stuff as well. Obviously James, my husband, and I work on it. Our friend Tash does. I mean, yeah, we definitely keep it in-house.
I love it. Thank you, Jenny. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, isn't she lovely?
She's so friendly.
She is, really is. And I'm going to start taking collagen.
Yeah, good. Well, you can borrow some of mine, or you can use that code. So she said that from the age of 25, your collagen levels start depleting.
Oh.
And by the time you reach 50, collagen production has halved.
I'm stuffed then.
You're not stuffed, you can get it back.
That's what the collagen will stuff me.
plump you
Plump me.
out. I did some more research on this, and I'm not going to lie, I completely took this information off a really good site called fabulousfifties.com that is run by Shelley, and she had done a whole blog about this. So I list all the benefits because I think it's quite cool. It reduces the appearance of cellulite, it reduces wrinkles so you have good skin, slows down ages, increases muscle mass, increases bone strength, eases stress and improves sleep, improves mood, boosts energy, great for gut health and digestion. You get stronger nails, helps to fight cell damage in hair, so it keeps your grey hairs away for longer and losing hair. Didn't know that until today, by the way. And it reduces your joint pain and improves arthritis. That's a pretty hefty list of benefits.
Well, I'm sold then. But how long does it take to work?
I would say you've got to give it. I mean, some people say they see a difference after about 4 weeks.
That's what Jenny said, wasn't it? She
Yeah,
said-
but 12 weeks is really kind of part of your system, I think, and you can see especially on nails and stuff. That
I think it goes, I guess, the bits that need it most first, which would be my joints.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, actually, multitask with me.
It's going to work.
Joints.
Don't be taking 3 sachets at once, Liz. So she's inspired me on another front as well. Okay, I don't think pavement pounding is in my future, and I doubt I'll ever run a marathon. But I will take the bubble wrap off my golf clubs. But I like walking. You love walking, don't you? You love walking the dogs. And I'm actually just this last weekend, I walked 15 miles altogether.
Wow.
Yeah, really, I couldn't believe it.
How did Hillary do?
Hillary was loving it. No, Hillary was tired by the end. But James said he thinks I rig my Fitbit.
Oh, I see. Oh, it's your Fitbit that told you. That's true. There would be 15 miles if it tells you you've done it.
My legs are shorter than his.
Yes.
Considerably. So, yeah, I would be taking more steps than him.
That's a good walk.
Well, I walked to Windsor Castle.
We should do a walk every morning.
Every morning.
Well, okay.
Some mornings.
We should do it. We had a good old chat, Well, as if we don't chat already.
Maybe we could just, off-road the podcast and we just...
much easier, much
just
quicker.
record as we're going around the lake or something.
Be a bit out of breath, but we should.
Yeah, we should. So thanks again to our guest, Jenni Falconer. And I hope we do get to see her on Strictly Come Dancing someday. I think she'd be fantastic on that.
Definitely. And we've got some good resources coming up on Collagen as well.
Check it out. Don't forget that offer from Kollo. Put TWC35 in the promotion code box if you order it online. And you'll get 2 boxes for the price of 1 if you're a new customer. But you can find all the links and a great blog on the benefits of collagen on our website, which is
www.twowomenchatting.com. So tune in next time when we'll be chatting to Carolyn Harris MP, Alice Smelly and Laura Biggs of the Menopause Mandate.
And I'm looking forward to that. They're going to be great. And the Menopause Rally is coming up in October, World Menopause Day, and they've really achieved a lot in pretty short amount of time since they formed earlier this year.
Yeah,
that's
really raised
2022 for our archival listeners who listen to us in 2027. We're still going strong on our 350th episode.
Thanks for listening to Two Women Chatting with our special guests. If you enjoyed this episode, it would mean the world to us if you left a rating and review. Even better, share with your friends. And please get in touch. We'd love to hear from you. There's a link on our Instagram bio and Facebook pages.